Welcome back everyone, I'm Kepley's Games, and this is EVE Online, and today we're going to be running more level 3 missions in cheap, low skill, alpha friendly Tech 1 cruisers as part of our cruiser refitting series. In the previous videos we have done the Amar, the Caldari and the Galente, so today is the fourth and final major faction. We are going to be doing the 3 Minmatar combat cruisers. First up, we're going to have a go with the Bellicose, and if I recall correctly, we fitted this thing out with heavy assault missiles and armour tank and no less than 2 target painters and a missile guidance computer. And if you look at the information page of the Bellicose, it also has a 7.5% bonus to target painter effectiveness and a 7.5% bonus to heavy assault missile explosion velocity. So that's application and application, because I have Minmatar Cruiser skill level 5, so I get a stonking 37.5% bonus to my target painters and my missile's explosion velocity. And that's why I've got 2 target painters and another guidance computer for even more explosion velocity. So this thing should be really accurate, and it can blap frigates and destroyers and should do decent amounts of damage to cruisers. The top line of the DPS is not huge, it's only 334, but with it applying so damn well, it should be fine. Resistances, really not great. Even though we've got a reactive armor hardener and an enduring armor repairer, really not great resistances wise. We do have a nano pump to boost the repair up to 40.5. Cap only lasts 2 minutes. We put a micro warp drive on it because we need to get the short range missiles into range. It's not point blank range like the Galente blaster fits were, but it is relatively short at just about 20 kilometers. So let's get some level 3 missions and see how this thing fares. First up, we have the Sevens prison facility. No badge to click on, and it doesn't tell you who it's fighting, but it is against the 7, and they are mercenaries, so we're better off firing kinetic. That's fine, we do missiles, so we can do any of the 4 damage types. We'll be using primarily Scourge heavy assault missiles because they do kinetic damage. We're being paid 165,000 ISK and 556 loyalty points for completing this mission, with a further 139,000 if we complete it within 1 hour and 32 minutes. 132, if you've watched this series, you'll know this probably means it's going to be about 4 or 5 cruisers, maybe some attendant destroyers and frigates. Not too difficult, we hope. So let's accept and see how we do. Right, we're en route to the mission. I'm not going to turn on the armor repairer until we need it. We probably need it pretty fast. Shields tend to go down really fast in level 3 missions. Okay, open pocket, and we have a Dead Space Overseer structure. Well done, developers, you managed to do something right. Okay, what do we have? Let's sort it by icon. We have 3 gun turrets, 2 cruisers and 3 frigates. The sentry gun seems to be the closest thing, so let's just lock it up. Approach it, turn on all the application things, wait until we're within 20k. I'm going to group the weapons. I'm not going to be splitting fire on this mission, that is for damn sure. Okay, everything is aggress, so let's lock up the frigates and we'll let the drones have a go at the frigates. The drones we have are only 5 medium drones, so they may struggle to hit these frigates. And the frigates may change their aggression to shoot the drones. But I think they'll be okay. One of the cruisers is yellow box. That either means he's firing at the drones, or it's very short range and is approaching me. Okay, the drones have killed 1 frigate eventually. Let's turn on the armor tank. There goes the other frigate. Yeah, down to half armor straight away because I forgot to turn on the tank. We'll be fine, we'll be fine. The drones can take care of the sentry gun. I'm going to have a go at this thug. I'm just going to orbit it at 15. Turn the micro warp drive on, pull a little bit of range away. Yeah, low armor warning, but that's good because that means we're actually going up. We did get down to like 20% armour, but we repair a decent amount every cycle. We'll be fine. We're knocking down DPS as we go. There we go. Just wait until we're slightly closer range. In fact, I'm just going to approach the prison. That was my fault. We were only in trouble because I actually forgot to turn the armour rep on before I should have. I didn't turn it on until we were in half armour. Whoops. But as we see, this thing is just absolutely wrecking house. We knew it would. The application is superb on Bellicose, so you can get away with using high damage, short range missiles like that. I mean, just annihilates everything. It's very, very accurate. Right, bring the drones back, reload the missiles. Let's go back to the agent and get another mission.
Warp drive active.
Maybe next time I'll remember to turn the armour repairer on, but damage-wise, absolutely fine. It does only do 330 DPS, but it applies it absolutely amazing. Right, let's complete that mission and grab another one. And the mission we're doing now is the Black Market Hub. We're being tasked with flying somewhere, bringing back 100 cubic meters of cargo. That's okay, we've got some room for that. And we're being paid a staggeringly huge, for a level 3 mission, 323,000 ISK and 1,261 loyalty points, with another 403,000 ISK if we complete it within 3 hours 28. 3 hours 28 makes you think it's going to be medium to hard difficulty, so that's going to be fun. As it says, he believes that the goods we need are being transported to the outpost in an industrial ship, a bestower to be exact. I'm pointing this out now because I'm going to point it out again in the mission. So let's accept the mission and take the Bellicose out again. And this time I'm actually going to turn on the tank right now on the way to the mission, so I don't forget to turn it on during the mission, considering it's supposed to be a slightly harder mission. Must remember that my most effective range is something like 20 kilometers.
Warp drive active.
Turn on the missile guidance computer as well because it works all the time. Yeah, range about 20k. Okay, we have multiple rooms. Room 1, heavy missile batteries. Ew. Right, let's get up here. Hold control, drag a box, target everything up here. Oops, there's more bad guys have spawned all the way back at the gate, but we'll deal with them later. We're on the move. I'm not going to turn around and go back for that lot. We'll get them on the flip side. Right, drones kill batteries, me kill ships. Let's orbit them at 15k. Turn off the micro warp drive. Are these guys firing railguns or missiles? Looks like railguns. This is a good thing. Just gonna go a little bit faster just so they keep missing. As I said, the tank on this ship is not great. I need to get rid of these heavy missile batteries, and that's what's hitting me. Everything else is firing railguns. I mean, they are actually hitting me a little bit more than I would like. There we go. Yeah, they're firing missiles at me as well. Not great. Yeah, when you're running your micro warp drive, things miss you because you're going fast, but then that's kind of sometimes outweighed by the larger signature radius, so you take more damage from things like missiles. Like the drones are going to have to go and play with these frigates. Maybe we should have stayed down at the gate and taken care of the spawn. But I think we've come through it. Okay. Just going to keep an eye on these frigates, make sure that they don't switch aggro to my drones. But the drones seem to absolutely annihilate that frigate, so I'm happy with that. Yep. Excellent. Right, let's approach these guys with the micro warp drive on. target paint it, because target painters have got stupidly long range, 158-kilometer range on these things. So the closer you get, the larger effect it has on the enemy. And the effect that these things have is that it blows up the enemy's signature radius, meaning they take more damage. They take more damage from our drones and from our missiles, so it benefits both weapon systems. It's just orbit the next target. It doesn't matter which target I orbit, because we use missiles, and missiles always hit if they're in range. I'm going to turn off the armor repairer at the moment, actually, just to preserve a little bit of capacitor. Cap on the ship, not great. So the cap and the tank are kind of awful. It's very much a glass cannon build. It's all about applying huge amounts of damage. And bring the drones back and reload my missiles. Make warp drive off. Armor repair on. And orbit something, anything. Okay, we're going to be in trouble now, because we're running out of capacitor big time.
The capacitor is empty.
Yep.
The capacitor is empty.
We cannot even repair ourselves. We're going to have to leave.
The capacitor is empty. Warp drive active. The capacitor is empty.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We left our drones behind. They might get destroyed. Alright, so far, not great. We did say at the start of the video that the resistances on this ship are pretty bad. The way we've built it. The nano pump is not good enough. All that does is increase the amount of repair we do every second. Wow, we didn't even have enough capacitor to get to station. Wow. Surprised we managed to get out at all.
Warp drive.
Right,
active.
let's go and get repaired and then go back and see if our drones are alive or not. Because this ship is not looking in very good shape. One thing we could do to remedy that is to replace the guidance computer with a capacitor recharger. If we simulate that and go to cap recharger 2.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Probably not a bad idea. Okay, let's try again. And let's see if the drones are dead. We're going to bounce off that because we're too close. Because the hitboxes on the acceleration gates, for some reason,
Warp drive
take
active.
up half the solar system. Okay, we need to get back up there before the drones get killed. Let's go. Approach, approach, approach. Right click the capacitor. Reconnect to lost drones. Bring them back. Okay, we've only got 4 drones. 1 drone got killed. Not great. Really not great. Right, we got rid of 1 cruiser, so that's at least some DPS off the field. The drones are slowly chewing through the heavy missile batteries. Because there's only 4 drones instead of 5, because we lost 1. Good, the drones have got rid of 1 battery. Go and get the next one now. We've got rid of the other cruiser. Eat missiles. You don't want to fight at the extreme range of your missiles. Even though it says maximum flight range 22k, you don't really want to go too much above 20. Because missiles are physical objects that do you need to travel in space from your ship to the enemy ship, and the difference between the speed of your ship and the enemy ship can result in your missiles actually running out of flight time on their way to a target if you fight at the extreme range. Okay, that could have gone better. So let's get through the acceleration gate and see what horrors await us in the final room. If it is the final room, there might be another room. What also didn't help is that we were being shot at with lots of different resistances, so the reactive armor hardener didn't have a chance to go to 30-30 with just 2. What are our resistances? I mean, 63, 62, 34, 10.
Warp drive active.
Okay, let's see how badly we do in this room. At the moment, there's 2 towers, 2 frigates and 2 cruisers. That may be subject to change. I'm just going to orbit that tower, turn everything on, and shoot at that commander. Drones can go and play with the frigates. Come on, drones, there we go. 1 frigate down, 1 remaining, 1 cruiser about to go down. Let's start orbiting the next one. I'm not going to open fire until I get within range. I'm going to turn the micro warp drive off now though. Right, drones get the Sentry Tower Mark 1. We'll work on the Sentry Tower Mark 2 together. Mark 1 will be easier to kill, so it's quicker to get that DPS off the field. Even though the Tech 2 does slightly more DPS, it's usually best to take down the weaker things first. Right, we only have 4 drones, but they got the job done. And that cruiser is about to die as well. Excellent. And okay, I'm just going to bring the ship to halt. As we talked about, we're supposed to be finding these small sealed cargo containers, and the opportunities window will only tell you you need to find these cargo containers, and surprise surprise, they are not in these cargo cans that the towers dropped. The things that the towers dropped will just be ammunition. If you recall, in the agent conversation, he did say there is an industrial, a bestower in here somewhere. But surprise, surprise, it's not listed as a ship. Because it's not a ship, it's a piece of scenery. And it's not listed as a dead space overview structure. If we right click anything like the radio telescope, add large collidable structure to overview. Dr. Bestower, that's the one. Again, as I've said a million times, this massive list of absolute bullshit is why I have this turned off on my overview. And all mission critical buildings and structures such as this should really be dead space overseer structures, so they appear on your overview. Let's just blow this up with a few missiles. It won't take very many, it's only a piece of scenery. Boom, there it goes. And that cargo can will contain the things we need for the mission. There they are, scoop them up, and let's get out of here.
Warp drive active.
Alright, that is mission complete. The first mission was easy. Second mission, pretty difficult. The main problem is that in that second room, we had a lot of travelling to do to get between the spawns, and that meant that the micro warp drive was running a little bit too long, and we ran out of cap, which meant we couldn't actually repair ourselves. So again, what I would probably do to fix that, if we're going to get more missions like that, would be to remove the guidance computer and replace it with a cap recharger too, or a compact cap recharger, and then the fit should work much, much better. Same with the restrained micro warp drive off, it's at least cap stable, so you know that when you turn this off, you can run the tank a lot more, because the resistances on this ship are pretty bad, pretty lacking. You could of course replace the auxiliary nano pump with an explosive hardener, but of course that will only increase the explosive. Or you could even get rid of the calefaction catalyst. I mean, you're only losing, what, 13 DPS by doing that? So you could remove the nano pump and the calefaction catalyst rig and do kinetic and explosive armor rigs. I'll just show you what that would look like. It would look something like this. So the base resistances are 66, 45, 56 and 47. Again, we've reduced the range and the damage application a little bit, but that's fine because we've got 2 target painters, both of which are getting a 37.5% performance buff from the ship trait. And we've lost a little bit of repair power. We've gone from 40 something hit points a second down to 35, but it will now run forever when we turn off the micro warp drive, and you'll be taking less damage per hit because you've got better resistances. So if you're going to do level 3 missions in this ship, I would perhaps change the fit to this, based on a sample size of 2 missions. Speaking of missions, I'm going to go and get a different ship, and we'll run some more level 3 in a different Minmatar cruiser. And here we are in a different ship. This is the Rupture. Last time out, we made this into a high-speed, short-range, twin-web autocannon fit. Pretty good tracking because we're using 220mm cannons, decent amount of damage at 384. Again, resistances, not good, simply because we've done a tracking rig. We do have a nano pump, so we're at least repairing a decent amount, and at least I believe this ship with the micro drive off is just cap stable. Of course, we won't be running the auto-targeting system 1. That's only there to give us more maximum targets. So we're decently stable enough, so we should do better than the Bellicose did if we can get into range. So let's see what missions we get. Okay, we have Break Their Will. Oh dear. This is against Serpentis. They are weakest, of course, to kinetic, secondary weakest to thermal. We will be fighting phased plasma, which does kinetic and thermal, which is fantastic. So that's going to be great. We need to go there, destroy a repair station, come back, may or may not be guarded. Spoilers, it is guarded. And we're being paid 328,000 ISK and 921 loyalty points for completing this mission, with a further 268,000 if we can complete it within 2 hours and 32 minutes. Let's accept and get out there.
Active.
Okay, we're on the way to the mission. Now, this mission can be really rather difficult. The thing we have to destroy is a repair station, and as the name suggests, it does actually repair the enemy ships, and it repairs them very, very quickly. So you must destroy the repair station first, but as soon as you attack it, it spawns all the bad guys' fleet. Now, this is an open pocket, believe it or not. We have actually arrived. There's nothing on the overview, very little scenery, but just over here, if we right click, add large collidable structure, these are the things we have to kill. So let's just get out there. Reports on what these auxiliary power arrays actually do or do not do in this mission has been hotly debated for many years, with many people claiming many different things. Some people say that if you destroy these, it makes the repair station easier to destroy. Some people say if you destroy these, it reduces the effectiveness of the repair station's repair abilities. Nobody can agree on what the truth is. I'm just going to blow them up anyway. And once again, these should have been labelled as Dead Space Overseer structures. I mean, at least the auxiliary power relays die as soon as you look at them. The repair station has rather a few hit points. The problem is that we have to destroy it first, otherwise it's just going to repair the fleet. So we're just going to have to face tank whatever shows up here. So let's turn on the tank, spit out my drones. We only have 30 cubic meter drone bay on this ship. Okay, here comes the fleet, and as I said, it's a lot. And we're instantly webbed by a stasis web of fire. Turret, let's send the drones out to get that. Drones, kill the turret. And we're just going to have to face tank all this fire. I mean, the only things that are firing at us are 3 heavy missile towers. But as I said, the repair station has a lot of hit points. And it will repair the enemy quite quickly. We'll see if it actually repairs the stasis tower. The drones have only just got there. Yep. Oh, did you see that? The repair station just instantly repaired the repair station, the stasis tower. Yep, and it's done it again. So the drones have to stop wasting their time on the stasis tower and get back here and help me kill the repair station. That is why this mission is evil. You have to just sit here and take whatever the mission throws at you until you can kill the repair station, and then you can get moving. At least we're kept stable with the micro warp drive off. That is the one saving grace. Okay, that destroyer's getting a little bit too close to comfort, but the repair station's going down. You can blitz this mission, you can just kill the repair station and run away. But where's the fun in that? We're here for good times. Repair station's down, drones, go and kill the stasis tower. I have to kill these destroyers. Boom, one dead. What is our fall off range? 14k. I'm going to shoot at this one that's out at 16. I'm going to approach it. There's no point turning on the micro warp drive. I'm just going to approach the destroyers as best I can and pick them off at fall off range. They're not even getting into web range. I'm approaching them very slowly because we're still webified. Good, got another one. Do not want these destroyers to get within red box distance, and that would be bad. I'm gonna have to turn on the micro warp drive just to try and move. Just any kind of movement will help. Okay, we need to approach this cruiser now. Yeah, we're not looking great. Okay, Webifier's dead. We can actually get moving. I'm just going to double click in a straight line and just try and... Miss me. Miss me. Come on, tank. Come on. Come on. Do a cycle. Repair. Ooh, not a huge amount of repair. Okay, I've drifted way outside my own weapon range now. But that's okay. In fact, I'm going to go for this missile battery. Because missiles always hit, and they're the things that are actually doing the damage to me. Yeah, we're sensor damped, we've lost lock and everything. But, due to getting the speed up, we are actually able to shrug off the incoming fire. And because the ship has better capacitor than the Bellicose did, we're actually doing okay. Well, the drones have decided to help me kill this missile battery, and that tells me that they must have killed that cruiser. So well done, drones. Well done. Right, now some of them have. One of them has. And yeah, the drones have attacked all different targets, because of course they have, because, you know, focus fire has never worked properly in all the years I've been playing EVE Online. Right, let's go for this one. I'm just going to double click somewhat close to it. Turn off the micro warp drive for now. Double click somewhat close to it. I am hitting it. We are in fall off. One more squitter micro warp. That was maybe a bad idea. We're going to run out of capacitor now.
The capacitor is empty.
Yep. Drones, help me kill this guy. We have to bear in mind we're not actually repairing ourselves anymore because we've run out of cap. It's like we've just about got enough cap to turn the rep back on. We are reducing the incoming fire now. Now we're able to move. Slowly. Very slowly. Okay, we're going to get one more cycle of rep.
The capacitor is empty.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, not great. Okay, let's go for this one next. Turn the rep back on. Hope we get another cycle before the cap runs out. Good, got him. Let's get this guy now. He is in web range. Come on, armor rep. Keep going.
The capacitor is empty.
No, I said keep going, not run out of cap.
The capacitor is empty.
Yes, I know, but I need the webs on. Told you this mission was a little bit evil. But we're kind of not great.
A module has run out of charges.
Okay, we need to leave.
Warp drive active. The capacitor is empty.
I know the capacitor is empty.
A module has run out of charges.
But we are gone. Wow. 38% structure remaining. Not good times. But that's how you have to do that mission. You have to get rid of the repair thing. As we saw, it was like instantly repairing that turret that the drones were shooting at, like from whatever the drones had done to it to maximum health in one cycle.
Docking permission requested.
So let's spend some money, get repaired, and go back out. Right, paintwork has been patched up. Well, as patched up as Minmatar paintwork ever gets. But all the hit points have been repaired, so let's go back out. Turn the tank on, because I think we're going to need it. We didn't do too badly. There's only like, what, 4 targets left? That's not too bad for this mission. In a Tech 1 cruiser? Come on, that's not bad. I've had worse. 5 targets remaining. Who is closest? I think that was the one we were attacking, so let's just get back on him. Approach, target lock, spit the drones out, they can go and make a start. I would have preferred to get rid of these missile batteries, because missiles always hit and heavy missiles hit quite hard. But I'll take what I can get. Again, it was a lack of capacitor that caused us to leave, because we're running the micro warp drive a little bit too often. But we have to get the ship into range. So again, this is another ship where I could be tempted to remove one of the 2 webs and replace it with a cap recharger, just to let you run the micro warp drive a little bit longer. Let's orbit this guy. Keep it range, it'd probably be something like 10k. Make it 8. So keep that guy at range. And I'm not shy about opening fire outside of fall-off range with autocannons. They can take it. They'll hit reliably out to like 16, 17k. Alright, let's get these goddamn missile batteries now. Let's go. Let's kill them. Let's do a full clear. Excellent. And the only things in these cargo cans will be ammunition dropped by the batteries, so it'll be a few Tech 1 heavy missiles. Nothing else has dropped anything great. You will notice that not everything on this mission was mercenary, because there were some Serpentis guys here as well. The mercenaries have all dropped something, because that's what they do. And the Serpentis have not. And mission complete. Took 2 bites of the cherry, so that's us had to warp out once so far with each of the ships.
The capacitor is empty.
Not great. Right, that's that horrible mission handed in. Let's get one more. Smuggler Interception. We have to bring back 10 units of militants. Easy peasy. It's against Serpentis, so Kintherm will be fine with phase plasma. Ship restrictions. Yeah, we're fine for using a Tech 1 Rupture. We're being paid 270,000 ISK and 996 loyalty points, with a further 247,000 ISK if we complete this mission within 2 hours and 44 minutes. 244 tells you it's a little bit easier than the previous mission, which is something I'm quite happy to hear. So let's get out there. Okay, let's see how we do and how many rooms there are. At least there will not be a horrible, massive repair station forcing us to sit still and kill something with 1,000,000 hit points for half an hour at the start of this mission. We have an acceleration gate. Okay, multiple rooms. Or maybe just one room.
Warp drive active.
Let's get our pirate ship into warp. Invest me hearties, let's go. And an acceleration gate. Okay. And lots of large collidable structures, which I'm going to right click and get rid of, because I want to see things I'm supposed to kill. Okay, let's approach this group on the left hand side. 1 cruiser and several frigates here, 2 cruisers and less frigates on the right hand side. We have light drones, so I'm going to spit them out right now. They can go and start working on the frigates. Whilst I approach this cruiser. Just got to get within range. As soon as we get to like 16, 17, I'll start opening fire. In fact, I'll just open fire from like 22. Yeah, drones are doing drone things. Bam, dead. Orbit this guy nice and close. Double web. Turn off the micro warp drive. Drones have decided to attack the cruiser as well instead of frigates. There you go. Autocannons versus frigates. Autocannon wins. Right, drones can get that one. Let's stop firing the autocannons. Well, we barely took any damage there, so that was good. Drones will finish that guy off. There he goes. Hey, there's some actual mineable rocks in this mission. You have to be careful. There are 2 cruisers here. A whole load of Veldspar. Again, this must have been one of the missions that they forgot to remove the mineable ore from when they removed it all those years ago. But at least we don't have the eye cancer of the horrible placeholder asteroid they replaced them all with. So hooray for small mercies, I guess. Right, drones are killing frigates, that's fine. We're low shield, so I'll turn the armour tank on now. Just grinding this guy down. We're actually missing quite a lot because of my own speed. We're a little bit too fast. Just going to start orbiting the next guy right now. There we go. Just web him, hold him in place. What I would do if I hadn't overshot because I was going too fast. Come on, stupid ship. Get in web range. Get in web. There we go. Now he's webbed. Now he'll die. And he'll die very quickly. Right. Well, this is going better than the previous mission. Let's get through the gate.
Warp drive active.
And here we go. Problem is, even though we're double webbing the enemies and effectively reducing them to like 0 velocity, we're still spinning around them at 1700 meters a second, which is ruining our own tracking. Oh, that's a big long list of red. Hello. No more acceleration gates though. Okay, what is all this over here? Okay, we've got cruisers and destroyers here. Lots of frigates here. It looks like one battle cruiser at the back there. Personnel transport. Okay, so 2 of the cruisers here are actually haulers. I kind of want to go for this lot, so let's get out there. Get the frigates on the destroyers. Hope that we can take this group independently and this big group in the middle does not aggress. That would be a bad thing. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, okay. It looks like the big group has aggressed. I can see them flashing away on my overview. That's not great. That's really not great. Oh dear. Right, we're going to have to do some manual piloting here. Just double clicking. At least the drones are taking out the destroyers. Well, one of the drones is almost dead from that destroyer. Come on, drones. Man, that was a bit evil. Okay, this Correlatus squad leader battlecruiser who's on approach is still... he was yellow box, which means he wasn't actually firing on us. Which means he's got blasters. Which is bad times. So, in fact, no, the drones are going to have to go on him. And we're going to have to go on him. I'm just going to have to do some fancy manual piloting. One little squirt of micro warp. Just so we can maybe get the webs into play. Yeah, kind of ballooned our own signature radius, so we suddenly took a huge whack of damage. But it was worth it, because we killed him. Right, let's get this guy next. Right, so that's a battlecruiser armed with blasters dead, which is good. The drones are being shot at by these frigates. I can see them firing at them. Let's bring the drones back. Do not want to lose a drone, that would be bad. Right, let's go for this guy next. Just approach him. One little squirter micro warp. I'm not concerned about the hauling vessels. They have tiny little pop guns. They are not a threat to me, and they don't even try to escape. They just accept their fate. Right, drones can go back out and help me now. In fact, drones can come back. One little squirter micro warp just to get close enough to get the webs into play. There we go. Okay, this could have been a lot worse. Managed to shoot the right targets at the right time. The cruisers went down fairly quickly. And we managed to get rid of the battle cruiser before it hit us. Let's just approach the next guy now. Because this guy is just going to disappear quite quickly. Lovely. One more squirter micro warp drive. Lock on the frigates. Webby webby. Turn off the micro warp. Apparently there's a frozen corpse over there. Yeah, there's lots of frozen corpses just floating in space for reasons unknown. I'm just going to double click somewhere near these frigates and give myself one pulse of micro warp drive. Then we'll just open fire on them all and just stop the ship. You can get webbed. You can get webbed. You can just get machine gunned in the face. That'll aggress them all. The drones will take care of them. Happy, happy days. Getting autocannons versus frigates. Autocannons can track them just fine, as we see. Right, let's go and get these haulers now. Let's go. Right, so this mission had its nasty moments, but we survived. And the haulers aren't even trying to escape. It would be interesting if they did. You had to warp jam them, hold them in place, or prioritise killing them. But missions aren't that smart. They kind of tried to do something like that with home fronts, but home fronts are too specialised. There's the militants we need. I suppose there's more on this one as well. Yep. But we only need 10, so let's go.
Warp drive active.
Much better than the previous mission. Made it back safe and sound. Let's complete the mission. And I'll go and get a stabber. And we'll come back and we'll do some more missions. And here we are in our very unconventional long-range artillery active shield stabber fit. We knew it was unconventional when we made this fit, but it seemed to work alright in level 2 missions. It's got some 650mm scout artillery, even with the short range ammo, reaches to 45km fall off. We've got a couple of light missile launchers, which are adding like 22 DPS, but you know, more is more. What else are you going to do with the high slots? They also go out to 42. The defense is only a medium shield booster. If we simulate that, only repairs 35.3 hit points a second. It is at least cap stable, only just with the afterburner off. And that's pretty much it. I mean, the resistances are awful. 27, 41, 56 and 64. And that's as good as we're going to get. Not great. So let's see how it deals with this mission. And the mission we've been given is Seek and Destroy. It's against Serpentis. We have to eliminate them all. So it's literally Seek and Destroy. We're being paid 175,000 ISK and 549 loyalty points for doing this mission. And a bonus of 192,000 if we complete it within 1 hour and 30 minutes. So let's accept and see how this unconventional fit fares.
Warp drive active.
Okay, let's warp to this mission. Pretty much as soon as we get into the mission, we're going to have to turn the tank on because it is active shield. And the shield will not last very long. We do at least have a very long engagement range on this fit, so that should help us. Okay, an acceleration gate.
Warp drive active.
I will not be grouping the weapons for this fit because they're artillery. And I'd rather have them fire independently. Okay, we have spawn right on top of a big group of bad guys. I'm going to double click straight up, turn the afterburner on, turn the shields on, pull some range away from these 4 cruisers, who we're just going to start firing at straight away. Let's put both light missiles on this guy, and then all the artillery as well. Spit out our 5 light drones, which is our complement of drones on this fit, and get them involved too. No, this... Okay, everything has aggressed. Okay, that's fine. We're actually peeling away from everything. I'm just going to turn the afterburner off, just to maintain some cap. Okay, the drones have decided to attack that target next, so I'll attack the same thing. And in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop firing, because I'm firing the wrong ammunition. I am going to reload to phased plasma. For some reason, I've got EMP ammunition loaded in my guns. That was an error. Stop the ship now, because we're actually peeling away too far from everything. Right, guns are ready. Let's fire. There we go, that's better. It helps if you fire the correct ammunition at things. Just going to double click somewhere kind of around here, just to close the range a little bit on these frigates and that battle cruiser at the bottom. Everything's yellow box, which means it's approaching me, which tells me that they're all blaster fitted, so my little shield tank hasn't had to do anything. Yep, these are blasters. I do like that you can do that in EVE. You can zoom in and see what the enemy are fitted with, at least weapons wise. Okay, looks like we're close enough to get the drones to go and have a go at that frigate. But okay, let's afterburner on. We need to actually get into range of the other things we need to kill. Not too bad, the unconventional fit seems to work, simply because of its standoff range. But I ain't complaining about that. I'm just going to approach this other frigate. I'm going to try and snipe it with the guns. There, we hit it. Come on. No, drones. You go and attack the battle cruiser. I'm going to kill this frigate with my guns. Boom, there he goes. And let's just keep that guy at range. Keep your range is set at 35, which is a nice long range. He's still yellow box, so this must also be blaster fit. Good for me, bad for him. Can't quite see what he's fitted with. Looks like blasters or shorter range railguns. Not going to do him any good though, because I'm just keeping him. I'm fast enough to keep him at arm's length. And mission complete. Outstanding. Unconventional fit for the win. Let's bust this joint.
Warp drive active.
Right, back safe and sound. Let's complete that mission and get the last one. Silence the Informant. This is against mercenaries. There is no badge to click on, but experience tells me it's mercenaries. And I think rogue drones as well, if I believe. We're being paid 434,000 ISK and 1,476 loyalty points. And the bonus for completing it within 4 hours and 4 minutes is a stonking 530,000 ISK. 4 hours, 4 minutes tells you it's pretty difficult. So let's accept and find out if that's true.
Active.
Okay, let's see how many rooms this mission is. If we're given 4 hours, I'm assuming it's 2 or 3 rooms. One thing or two things you could do to the ship to improve the tank a little bit is to remove the 2 tracking speed rigs and replace them with an EM and a thermal shield, just to bump up the resistance. I mean, even with that, the resistance are not great. 46, 57, 56, 64, but it is at least better than what it is just now. But of course,
warp drive active.
It does make the guns much less accurate, so it will take you longer to knock down the incoming DPS, which may or may not offset the higher resistances. But it is an option. We're stuck on the gate, because the hitboxes and gates are, for some reason, absolutely enormous. Like, we're still stuck on the gate, and we're like a million miles away from it. Goodness sake, CCP, fix your game. Right, tank goes on because we know this ship needs it. It's an active tank. Okay, first room, drones. 2 battle cruisers, 1 cruiser, and 2 frigates. There's a battle cruiser right up in our business. So let's keep it at range, open fire with everything, spit the drones out, and get them on it as well. Strain drone. Now, Strain is elite drone. That may warp jam and webify us, and may attempt to kill our drones. Let's just approach the next group. Or you may choose to keep the tracking speed rigs, because the standoff range from the weapons and the really high speed, even with just an afterburner, 880 meters a second, is probably going to be enough to keep this ship okay. Famous last words and all. Right, I really want the drones to... In fact, I'm going to approach the Strain drone and I'm going to fire everything at it, including all my weapons. Yeah, no, our artillery's missing because it's a small fast target, but we'll be okay. Let's keep it at range. Just need that thing to go away right now. Okay, drones are now on the case. Let's stop firing everything else. I need to line myself up with the Enforcer, which is the battle cruiser, and open fire with my weapons on that. Good. Strain drone goes down. The drones are going to go and kill the other frigate, which is yellow box, which means it's probably shooting at the frigates, the drones. We're keeping the battle cruiser at range. It's red box, which means it is firing at us. It's just not doing an awful lot. Yeah, still unsure about the tank on this ship, whether or not I would keep the rigs as they are or improve the resists. But to be honest, it's working okay. I don't think there's any real need to change it up. The rest of this mission may, of course, change my mind on that subject. Boom. Dead. Let's approach the acceleration gate. Reload all the weapons. So far so good. Unconventional fits sometimes work.
Warp drive active.
Okay, I was going to say just 1 frigate really, but there's more than that. Okay, they're giving us a warning to leave. More guys have spawned in right up in our business, so let's keep them at range. Turn on the afterburner. The good thing about afterburners is that they do not increase your signature radius. They just make you fast. Not as fast as micro warps, but that's the trade-off. And they're also much easier to fit and much kinder on your capacitor as well. They do not reduce your maximum capacitor, nor do they consume any great deal of capacitor. 1 cruiser about to explode. There we go. Let's start working on the next one. Drones are just about finished chewing through 1 frigate. Come on, drones, you can do it. There we go. Even though this is called a mercenary elite fighter, it's not actually elite. We're getting a little bit too far away from the other group at the top, so we're just going to approach them now. Because why not? Here we go. Happy days. I'm going to turn the shield rep off because we're 90 kilometers away from the bad guys. We don't need it to be on. I'll take this opportunity to reload all my weapons. Unconventional fits are sometimes good. Who knew? This is why we run tests like this. Come on, come into targeting range. Okay, there's just 1 frigate up here and 3 cruisers. Come on, come on, come on. Go. Go, drones, go. Keep that guy at range. Probably within range to open fire on him now. Turn the shield booster back on. What is the cap life on this ship? Only 6 minutes 35 with everything running. Stable with the afterburner off. That's fine. Right, drones have killed a frigate. I'm about to kill a cruiser. There we go. Drones, yes. They've picked the right target. Well done, boys. We'll add our 20 DPS from our light missiles, because why not? There's not too many other options for a PVE long-range stabber. Not the way I fitted this ship, at least. Boom, dead. Okay, this guy's a little far away. I'm just going to approach it. And keep it range. I'm not sure how this fit would fare in something like Break Their Will, but we didn't get that mission on this ship, so we'll never know. I mean, Break Their Will is probably one of the harder L3s, to be honest. Wait for the drones to get back, and then we'll get into the final room, which I believe is gun turrets and a single ship.
Warp drive active.
Yes, indeed. 4 gun turrets and a single ship, and, surprise, surprise, a Dead Space Overseer structure. Tank goes on. Let's smash the tower sentry drone Mark 1s, because they're by far the easiest things to kill. Get the drones to kill the ship. There we go. That one's dead. Let's approach the next one. Then we'll get the Mark 2s after that. And then we'll have a look inside this pleasure hub. Because I do believe that either the named NPC or the pleasure hub can drop implants or skill books or something. I'm assuming it does at level 2. It might do it at level 3. It doesn't at level 4. Which is a bit weird, but you know. EVE Online be weird, yo. 22 years of just absolute weirdness. So I'm going to approach the pleasure hub. Even the Tech 2 sentry towers are going down easy enough. Right, that's a dude dead. Let's have a look in his wreck as we fly past. And we'll get all the weapons, including the drones, on the final sentry tower. Well, that's just 1 unit of metal scrap, so he did not drop anything good. We will have a look in this pleasure hub, though. Right, drones can come back. Boom, boom, boom. Blow up the pleasure hub. It won't take long. It doesn't have many hit points. And it's dead already. And what we found is some robotic assembly modules. These are used in construction of Tech 2 weapons and ammunition. Well, that is used for Starship tech, so that will be used for building starships. Click on the industry page. Yeah, all these Tech 2 ships need these things to be built. We're not going to take any of that. It ain't worth anything. So it must be level 2 that drops implants. Level 3 drops robotic assembly modules, and level 4 drops nothing.
Active.
Oh, EVE Online, never change. In fact, do please change, get fixed. Anyway, let's go home. Here we are, safe and sound. Let's complete that mission and complete this video. Well, that was interesting. The unconventional stabber long-range artillery light missile drone active shield fit of doom did remarkably well. Even though it's got terrible resistances, its high speed and long engagement range managed to keep it out of trouble. The Bellicose got into trouble because it ran out of capacitor. The Rupture got into trouble because it had to run Break Their Will, and that will test most ships. But other than that, we have once again proven conclusively that low skill, cheap, alpha-friendly Tech 1 cruisers can indeed run level 3 missions. So I think next in this series, we'll take a bump up. We'll do some battle cruisers in level 3 missions, and maybe level 4 if we feel like it. So come back for that, and until then, look after yourself.